G'day from WA. Hi, this is Julie and welcome to my channel and welcome to our very first open collaboration monthly collage challenge between myself and Leigh. We are the co-hosts of this challenge, Leigh from Leigh's Art Studio and myself from Art and Junk Journals with Julie. Got our heads together and decided to start a new collage challenge. And we've opened it up so that anyone can join. Now, if you don't have a YouTube channel and you're just collaging at home, please collage with us, collage along, take inspiration from the videos that will all be coming out. So we have quite a few channels that are joining this collaboration, so please check out their channels. They will be linked below. And you can also find all of the channels that are joining in the collaboration. There may be others that join in after this video goes out, I'm not sure. I know that sometimes I see a collaboration and I just decide to do a video and join in. And so hopefully if everyone uses the hashtag 2022 collage challenge and you click on that, you can type it in or you can click on it usually above the, either on the title or just above the title of each video. If they use the correct hashtag, you click on that and that will take you to the kind of YouTube playlist where you can see everybody's videos. It's becoming quite the easiest way to find videos that are similar and or of the same challenge or collaboration. But you can also click on the links below. Apart from myself and Leigh, there is Angie from MS Craft to 13AG, Nat Williams, CraftyKaren, Papercraft with K, Turquoise Dreaming Sheree, Julie from Camelia Craft Designs, Fox from Foxadilo, Kylie's Card Craft, and Shirl Wilm Ethelu's Unique Boutique. So they're the ones that I know of at the moment. As I say, there might be other ones that join us. So lots of channels to check out on, well, today for you guys. For me, I've got to film this ahead, of course. So we're going to do this challenge monthly, and each month it will be a different set of prompts. So we're going to have 8 prompts per month, and they're going to be unique or different every month, so they won't be repeated. These are the prompts actually for this month. But I'm going to switch to this sheet, which is the PDF that I have created with all of the prompts on there. And this is now available to be downloaded. Some people have emailed me and I've sent it to them, and you can do that. But Leigh has put the whole list into a Google Drive document, so hopefully we can link that, and you should be able to, if you want to print out your own list. But you don't actually need the list. All you need is the prompts, and you won't know what the next prompts are for the next month because Leigh will roll the dice for those prompts. She'll let us know what the prompts are. We'll make our videos, and then we'll release the videos at the beginning of March. So that's how it's going to go each month. But the prompts will come from this list. So all the prompts that have been used won't be used next month. So if you want to print your own out and cross off the ones that have been done, then you know what other prompts that might be coming up in later in the year or each month. There'll be a different one from each category of the 8 categories. All right, so let's go through the prompts that we have today for the February challenge. The first category is the age, period, or style. So it really is the overall style of the collage. The idea that I had was that each month we would explore a different style. So you can see here the different styles that are available: vintage, retro, shabby chic we're doing this month, medieval, boho, and eclectic. So I'm not going to go through every category, but that's just because that's the main overall style. The idea is that when we collect all our items, we will have that style in mind. So this month being shabby chic. Okay, so the next of the prompts was story time, which is the theme. So the theme could be, a season, time or date, or story time. And so this month we're having story time, which is kids' books, movies, characters from kids' books, nursery rhymes, that kind of thing. So think about how you might incorporate shabby chic in story time. And then actually, to be honest, this is actually turning out to be a little bit harder than I intended, I have to say. But it's a challenge, so we're calling it a challenge, and that's what we've created. The next category is color, so that's pretty easy. This month it is green or teal, so any kind of shade of green, whatever you like. I've gone with these sort of shabby chic colors of green. That's the color that I'd like to sort of incorporate in my collage today. All right, the next category is 4, which is paper. There's a huge range of papers to choose from. So in this one, it is textured paper, embossed paper, shiny, metallic, anything like that that would be considered textured. It could even just look textured. I have some paper in my stash today that that looks like it's crumpled paper. So you could just crumple paper and it's now textured. Yeah, there's lots of different types of that kind of paper. The next one is image or focal point. Today we're going to be having a person, which could be a statue, a painting, a photo, or a drawing. We're going to make some dots, dashes, and patterns on our collage, and we're going to have a square or oblong included in the collage because there's going to be a shape in each one. And then we have a swap item or bonus, and that's going to be scrapbook paper, stationery, digitals, computer paper, anything like that. And the idea is that if you didn't want to do dots and dashes on your page when you've finished it, or you don't want to have any textured paper, whatever the items are that you might not be able to find or don't want to use, you can swap out using any kind of scrap, in this instance scrapbook paper, stationery, digitals, and computer paper, and the swap out item will be different each month. So there you go. And also this is a bonus, so like we do with Marguerite Miller, we can add those items in if we wish to. So of course pretty much means that almost any kind of paper is included in today's challenge. You can put your collage into the hashtag in Instagram, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm hoping to create a Facebook group. Ooh, I just yeah, bitten off too much this last few days. With the extra challenge, I did an extra challenge. I did the blindfolded challenge when I should have been doing my Marguerite Miller and this video. And then I had signed up to do the tag challenge, so I did that. So yes, lots of challenges, lots of videos. There's been almost a video every day recently. And also, thank you so much to Julie from Camelia Craft Designs. One day I was looking at my channel and I was writing an email to Leigh, and I was like, hey Leigh, what's going on? She goes, oh, mine too. And it was Julie from Camelia Craft Designs. Thank you, Julie. She had done a video with a Daphne's Diary flip through, and yeah, talked about our challenge. And of course, all the people who watch her channel hopped over to mine and Leigh's channel and subscribed and watched and commented. So thank you to all our new subscribers who have come over from Julie from Camelia Craft Designs. Please check out her channel and have a look at her Daphne's Diary flip through. Daphne's Diary is the ideal magazine for this Shabby Chic challenge. Anyway, enough rambling. We need to get started. So I'm going to clear a space and I'll bring in the goodies that I'm going to use for today. So of course, Shabby Chic. For me, this is Shabby Chic because I mostly have come across Shabby Chic in junk journals, and people, you know, cover their journal. This to me is Shabby Chic style. However, you know, it's not easy to do a whole collage with all of this lace and fabric. We've got whites, we've got beiges and creams, pastel colors. So I went to the YouTube just to make sure that I was on the right track, and I found this, which I can't remember what website it was on, but it was showing the colors that are considered to be Shabby Chic. So you can see, I won't go through them all, but you can see there's a bit of a range. Mostly I would think of these sort of lighter colors, but of course today we've got the green. So we've got the cottage cream, we've got the olive kind of green, metallic green. Okay, so that's the kinds of colors we're looking at for today. So for Shabby Chic. All right, so then story time. So I found a few of these last week and then I found something today. So I'm not too sure which one I'm going to be using. But there's this elf, which I would, or fairy, that I would cut out. And she's kind of like dressed a little bit Shabby Chic. It's a possibility. And then I don't know why I thought of this. I'm not really too sure. I picked that out last week for some reason. And then there's another fairy, pinks and yellows, but it's got lots of green in the background. Yeah, I think she could be considered to be Shabby Chic with her pinks and yellows. It's Thumbelina, and I liked it because I liked the moth or the butterfly, because I was going to use this kind of butterfly. I've got quite a few in aside as well. Anyway, she's Thumbelina, so, and she's from a children's book. So these images possibly my focal point. I don't think I like the unicorn. I don't know why that's there. Okay, so then greens. So I just got this in Happy Mail from Kay the other day. So I thought, well, as soon as I saw this, I thought this was ideal. And in actual fact, I do think that goes very nicely with her. Don't know where the lake is in relation to her. Although I could actually cut her off that and have her sitting in the grass, perhaps. Maybe. So I like those two. Textured paper. Well, because of her pink bow, I do have this green and this pink. So if we don't use this green, then I could use this, because it depends on the greens as to which way we go. But I've got this for texture paper, pink and green. Person, well, she's going to be my person. Dots and dashes, we're going to add that at the end, I think. Although I do have this beautiful piece of paper that's got splashes and dots, gold dots on it, so I do quite like that. I thought that went nice with the pink. So it's looking like it's going to be very pretty, but then of course Shabby Chic is. Square, rectangle, oblong. Well, I've got a whole bunch of little things here. Okay, so there's these bits of paper that were in a Daphne's Diary little booklet. They've got squares on the back, and it's got graph paper and some green. And then I've got these bits and pieces. I found that the other day and I thought, well, that might be nice for the Shabby Chic, and it's got the pink in it. And I've got some sort of greenish rectangular stamps that I've used before. I've got some Will cigarette cards, which I thought any of those, I think those pink roses are just beautiful. And those, they're quite nice, and they're in a rectangle. And then we've also got some labels if I want a word. And of course they're in a green with flowers. They look a bit Shabby Chic. And then scrapbook paper, digitals, computer paper, we can add in as we go if we need it. I've also got some extra pieces here in basically greens and pinks. Some flowers. And there were the white butterflies that I had found there from My Porch Prints. Thought they went with that butterfly, and there's also ones in green or in the pale oranges. So that's what we have to work with. And that's not all of it, of course. There's also all of this stuff came out of Daphne's Diary. This is all the kind of stuff that you could get in Daphne's Diary that I would consider to be Shabby Chic. That will be, you know, Shabby Chic cupboard, Shabby Chic furniture. I love this. I didn't know if I could incorporate that. I'm going to keep that out. Beautiful roses. All of that and more came from my Daphne's Diaries. Head to your newsagents if you can't find anything for your Shabby Chic. All right, what am I going to do it on? You see, I was thinking it might end up in my Lotta journal. Oh, yes, it's quite big. So my Lotta journal is quite large. So if I wanted to put it, you know, on a page when I finished, it could go here on the white. Let's start with getting rid of the words. Tear it down a bit so we can see what the size is likely to be. So you can work on any size. You could work on a tag, you could work on a book page. I thought that I would like it to end up in my Lotta journal, so that's what I'm sort of thinking. It doesn't have to, but if it does, then great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't matter. And I noticed that Julie from Camelia Craft Designs, she had said that she doesn't like just to have a book, you know, like we have our Marguerite Miller book, and I still have last year's. And Julie's idea is to, when she does her collage, she'll be able to cut the page off and use it as a journal cover, which is an awesome idea. Very clever, which of course we all know Julie is very clever because she's called Julie. There's that one for the background. There's also this. Do we think we might like, or is it just too big for this project? Or could we just use a bit of it? Let's just tear a bit of that off. Ooh. Okay. Tearing a little bit funny because it's the back page or front page of the book. Ugh, so it doesn't want to tear. It's almost like it's plastic. Well, I just think it's pretty. And that is what Shabby Chic's all about. Okay, so this one, well, we're definitely going to tear off some of the, I think we're going to tear off as much of the green and the blue. I think she may not be floating on a lily pad at all. in this situation. I'm going to have to try to keep the butterfly, I think. And then that blue will be just the sky. I want to sort of experiment with a style. Whoops. I'm going to keep that green. I want to sort of experiment and not do it the same as I do my Marguerite Miller. I'd like to, you know, be more free and open to do it however I like and not necessarily create a picture, but I don't like the way that's come. I'd like to, yeah, just collage, and it doesn't have to be I don't know, I just like to do it a bit different to the way I do my Marguerite Miller. Now, as far as inking, I wonder what we would ink it with. It is Shabby Chic. If we look at our little colour scheme, we could probably ink in any of these colours. Let's have a look, maybe. Got this Ash Rose, which I've used. Another one, Bisque. So they're kind of like, we'll get rid of the white edges, but they won't make it look like it's a vintage photo. So let's just try the Bisque first. And I might use one of these. Basically, it should just look like, you know, like a paler version of vintage photo, I'm thinking. So it's not going to be like hugely distressed. It's just going to have the white edges taken off it. Same with this. This is come out very straight now, hasn't it? If we can just give it a bit more of a... Why is this so weird? Anyway, that's worked. Yeah, this is sort of a dusty pink. That should be enough. So I really like this. It's got all these lines on it, but we can hopefully cover that up. I haven't done the edge, but we'll do the edge. I just wanted to see how that's looking. And then we've got this. Just pop that under there for now. So that's that pink. So we've got textured paper, we've got person, and we've got some dots. So we're already sort of halfway through the challenge, the things. Now there's a lot of that dark green, so we could possibly cut that butterfly off and place the butterfly somewhere else. And let's go around her dress, because I just don't want that much of that green. It's not the green that I want. All right, so we've got a person, and then we'll just tear out the butterfly, and then we can use this butterfly, or we can use the other butterflies if we don't. I don't know if I like the idea of the butterfly, but I don't like the creepy crawly parts of it. So we may use one of our butterflies, wherever they are. I've lost them at the moment. And let's just see where she's. So yeah, she could be sitting in here, couldn't she? We'll leave the big one, I think, and tear this one down a bit. And then actually we don't need, if we have this, and we don't need the textured green, because we've got all this green. It just says greens. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be. So that might make it easier. Yeah, no to the textured green, because it's just the wrong green. Because now this matches this kind of green, doesn't it? She looks like she's sitting on the lawn. Okay, so we've got our person and we've got greens. This one, I could put it up in the corner there, and we could possibly... This paper's hard to tear. It's very thin, but it doesn't want to tear. There's more of that too if we need it. Alright. Yeah, I think it's Shabby Chic style. I think we wouldn't have any argument with that. And then there's this. Not sure if it fits or not, but we're going to just pop it in there. And it has another green. I like this one with the leaves, I think. I'll take that brown off. I'll take the title off. It says living room. I can always tear it down some more. And then we've got these butterflies, which, you know, any of those would fit, wouldn't they? They're just nice, understated. Just pull that one out for now. Oops, nearly tore it off. So we could have a white butterfly. I like the green. Also then the white. Everything's torn, so I don't know whether I want that torn or not, but I think I really would like some fabric and things, and I've got that space to fill up too. So, but this is all green, so not sure if I want green. No to all of those. what I want, what I'm thinking of, I'm wanting is, I know that in here I've got some that are shabby chic, you know, where the colour's been roughed off. That's what I'm looking for, is that kind of thing there. Thought might be quite nice. Let's just tear some of that off. Okay, so that kind of, yeah, that shabby chic look. Got too many flowers already. No, this is another one. It's another one that came from Daphne's Diary. As I pulled it out, it wanted to pull apart, so it's a big word. So I'm going to take the word out. Don't want that. So I'm left with this. Kind of, I'm just going to tear that off. Let's just take the, oops, wrong way. Let's just take the page number off. I don't mind the straight edge on the edge of the page, and I can always rip that later. Let's just put this under here and see how we like that. And I quite like the rose. If we were to do a collage, I think that one's a bit too bright. We want the faded colour. We need our squares. Oh, we don't need this paper because we've got a rectangle and a rectangle there. So that's that. You know, I never like my graph paper. Any excuse to get rid of the graph paper. Maybe we should just start tearing this up so that we know what that looks like, because I'm not having that as straight. Shame it's got all this pattern on it. I'd like it if it didn't have the pattern on it. Move that across there. We'll do what I do. Let's start from the, now we've got the basics. So let's see if we can get this happening as a collage. So it's a bit too long. We're going to take it off there and take it off the top and the bottom. And that should make it the right size. So I mean, this is all textured. I like the width of that. I don't want to lose the width of that, so I'm going to put that down there and bring it in, I think, so that so it'll fit my journal page. No more than 7 inches, and so that will now, oh, perfect, that will fit my page. Excellent. Well, that's good, isn't it? So just gonna, this is ripping straight. Why is it ripped straight? It must be like corrugated or something. So now the collage is going in a different spot. That's going to be too big. Let's take off all of the brown and the points and just make this little cluster a little bit smaller. This came from Rockwell Design Crafts on Etsy. Yeah, I've been using their digitals. You might hear more of it, and you can get a discount code for Rockwell Design Digitals with RDC25 to get 25% off, and there'll be a link in my description box. So I like that, and I like that. Dream, to see or imagine in sleep or in vision. Okay, but I'd like to do a I want to do some fabric. We're not having that. Now we've got 2 stripes, so we're going to look. Oh, we've got this. Maybe we can put this back in. It's a bit big now, isn't it? I wouldn't still mind some of this just to change up the color scheme. We've got to make sure we don't go past the 10 inches. Oh, no, it's still 10. I'm going to make this picture a bit smaller. I don't like this tree, so we're going to go, because it's just taking up too much room and it's not giving me enough space to do other collaging. And we're just going to take off some of the sky. Oh, this one's nice. See, these were all in Daphne's Diary. No, I like the pale. Oh yes, see, I think that one's just for me a little bit too dark. Takes away from the picture, although it's nice, but it'll get used another day. So whether or not we just collage that, we don't need the book. So we are now going to make this the right size for the book. If we have it a similar sort of size all the way around, we're going to take it off there. Okay. All right, that's going to be our collage area. We'll have that edge going down the middle, towards the middle of the book. We're just going to ink. We've got a pale green. Sage, might be right. Yep, we'll do that. Okay, so this is going to be our base for our collage. It's in textured paper, basically. It's going to be the right size to fit in my journal, and it's in that sort of shabby chic color scheme. I'm just wondering whether we can tear around the lines so that we can just use the pieces and not have to worry about where the line is. All right, so we've got that. So I might think that this might go nice down here. I just was thinking, do we want this or do we want something? I think that's too bright. This one maybe. This one might be better. Or do I make a cluster? I really kind of wanted to make a cluster. Let's make a cluster, and let's make it like we made it the other day. Now the challenge, the blindfolded challenge, I should say. So we're not going to fuss. Well, we are. I mean, I'm going to make it how I want it, but we're going to just grab some pieces of the right size and shape and some paper, because I did feel that the paper side of things. So let's move that up there. We're going to make a cluster here. There are all the pieces that we might use. Let's just use some of this pink, maybe some of this, and some sort of shabby chic colour. I'm thinking, like, now I've got these that I didn't show. Oh, I've got them with that. So we've got some more textured sort of papers on that. And I'm just thinking, I want to make a cluster. I mean, we did that cluster challenge, and it was great because it just created these interesting pieces. I can't tear this, I don't think. So not that one. This one's nice. Let's just tear some pieces, and I'm not doing it blindfolded. So these are all our pieces. We're going to make those into a cluster in a minute. Not that one. Those pieces. It's going to make a nice cluster. Okay, I forgot to show you. Buttons. But look, once we've decided how this goes, I thought I would prove to you I can sew on a button. Okay, shall we do the cluster first? Right, so if we have, where's my glasses? And my stapler. Oh, shall I do my stapler blindfolded? Maybe not. Okay, stapler disappeared. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so we've got our little buttons, we've got our cluster that we made. I'm thinking, I like Dream, but I'm thinking we could fit a button on here. So probably one of the pinks. So my green page has gone pink. Or we can go with kind of white. Her dress is white. That's a bit boring. That one's an interesting one. Oh, I like that. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to glue this on, and then I'm going to sew the button and prove to you that I can sew. It's got giant holes. Shouldn't be too difficult. Helps if you undo the glue. There we go. I also want to have this on there, and then when it goes on the page, it's going to have some extra lace on it. So I'm just going to smush some on. Don't want thick lumps coming through, so just smush it on and then stick it to it. Stick it to it. There we go. Alright, so that will be on the page. Oh no, I've got glue all over me now. Alright, button and cotton. Where's the button gone? Oh, there. Is that the back or the front? Anyway, I like this shabby side. Yeah. that one. Needles.
Okay, so we need a knot on the other side. We're not going to tie because it's a 4-hole button, so we're going to do it like a normal button. And I'll prove I can do it without stabbing myself. I wonder why I couldn't do it. Well, let me see if I can do it blindfolded. I mean, with my eyes closed. Oh no, it's much harder. Much harder. Gabri. Shh. No, I didn't want you to come here. I just want you to go. Gabri, out. Go lie down. Down, don't knock everything over. Lie down. He can hardly fit in this room. It's huge. When I open the door to go out, he tries to turn around. He can't turn around. He has to stick his head under the little table and scooch over so that I can get around him. There we go. That's beautiful and neat. Okay, I've got his... So, you know, wasn't too hard, was it? Okay. I can sew, I promise I can sew. Oh dear, I'm just going to put some of that glue on there. Alright, so it won't come undone now. Alright, we have that. I'm just going to leave it up there to dry. I mean, because I haven't got it ready to go yet. And we have this. So that should be, that's to me, adds to Shabby Chic.
Okay, let's do the collage. We'll start with this one. We're going to do glue sticks so that if I get it wrong, we can move it. One of this art glitter glue stuff that I constantly get wrong as soon as I use it. Okay, and that's just going up the edge of the page. And this one going up here. Alright, now this one's, am I still doing it like I'm doing my group Miller? I think I am. I don't seem to be able to do it. You do what you do, don't you? I was going to do it differently. Oh, it goes this way. I like this fringe. We can put this one down. Okay, and I think we can put this down. Just going to sit it lightly because I just need to make sure that we've got room to put all these things in. Okay. Should we put... I'm going to do glue stick for now, but we may end up putting it on with art glitter glue, but just gives me, you know, some chance of moving it if I need to. Our dream to be straight, do we? Do we want dream to be straight or the collage I've ended up with? I hadn't noticed that. Well, we're going to have the collage straight and the word at a jaunty angle. Very jaunty today. That's okay. Alright. Yep. It's definitely got lace. And we're going to put our butterfly at the top. Did we get everything? So that's supposed to go there. So she needs to move, if she will. So let's just pop this down where we want this to go to cover up that little messy corner here. So we'll have that going like that. It's not going to want to stick to the lace, so we'll use this glue. Give her some extra. Now we can just pop her. Same with this. Once we know where she's going, we might just add some glue to that. Okay, cool. And we might just use this glue now that we know where this is going. Alright, I think I've changed my mind. I think I wasn't expecting the green to go with the blue, but I love it. Don't love it so much on the white. Doesn't do anything for me over here, but loving it next to this pink on that blue. I think that's quite stunning. So we are going to pop that down there as it is. I don't think it needs anything else other than we'll have a look at, we've got to do mark making. So we'll have a dots and dashes. All right, well, let's put this down. It's quite sort of thickish and a little bit shiny paper, so we're going to use this glue because this will stick anything to anything. And then I might use the art glitter glue to go around the edge because I can get closer. There we go. So where it goes is going to be where it goes. No changing your mind, Julie, so get it right. Centralized, and down it goes. I did not imagine that I would like it, but it's got, because it's got that blue in there, so now it kind of looks like the sky all around. Oh, I love it. Oh, oh, oh! It just makes me so happy. I love it. It's quite thick paper, so it's really good for holding heavy journal cards and things. So isn't that just the most gorgeous beginning to the page? And opposite this, which is very, well, it's not exactly Shabby Chic. This is more like Country Cottage, isn't it? It's a bit brighter than Shabby Chic, but that doesn't matter. So now we've got to look at mark making. Now I've got a couple of ideas. Because of this colour over here, I've got this pen. Dangerous, because if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. It's a brush pen, and then we've already glued it down. Well, I couldn't do it off because it's going to go over the blue. Now what I don't know is if that's going to look any good on the blue. Right, this is a piece of the blue, so if I wanted to do a border, that's what I would be thinking of doing. But oh no, we've got to do dots and dashes. Okay,
So I'm thinking of doing a random border around the edge in this colour to bring in this colour here. So I'm going to go around and just do some dashes to start with, and then fill in with some dots. Okay, and maybe just some, could look like Morse code. I'm not very good at this. I don't want to do it exactly the same everywhere.
all right, so now we've got a border. Oh, we've got some gold here. Do we want, how can we get some gold on here? Some gold splashes. Oh yeah, which will be more dots. This is, so I forgot to show you the actual bottle last time I used this, but this is with a bottle, Liquitex acrylic ink, iridescent bright gold. And I do have some watercolor golds somewhere, but this is just the easiest because it's just on the shelf and it's all ready to go. It's liquid and it's acrylic, and it just doesn't oh, I might just draw my, you know, it doesn't move once it dries. Let's put our feelers in. Now I don't like getting gold necessarily on my girl or on the rose at this stage, so I'm going to mask them off. And yeah, probably not on the dream either. I'm glued so it's sticking to me, so we're gonna might be a bit.
Yeah, I need this ready to have a big blob come off. Okay. Who doesn't love gold splatters? already get sick of seeing them because we all do it. We all love it so much. Alright, what else? Oh, I wonder whether we can do some... Ooh, let's do some dots. That's better, need a bit more ink on it. It's acrylic, so it should be fairly opaque. I'm just going to put a little bit in her hair, as if there's a hair clip, which you probably can't see, but it's there. I'm going to put a dot here with the dream. And I just want to play with the gold. I'll put some gold around the edge. Anywhere else? Well, see, I like this, in here, there's actually some gold looking bushes. So I'm going to accentuate those. And maybe these circles. Might look like it's got a bit of chicken pox now. We need to have it somewhere else.
Okay, don't mess it up, but I'm loving that. In our colour scheme, antique gold, metallic yellowish. Yeah, we've got the dusky pink, Scottish heather, nautical blue. We've got cottage green. We've got some dark greens and metallic greens, olive greens. Okay, so our prompts are shabby chic. Is that shabby chic or is that shabby chic? It's got all this lace and pretty flowers. Can't touch it, don't touch it. Have you seen the shimmering? Oh, it's very magical too, isn't it? Story time, so it's Thumbelina. It's very magical. Greens, yeah, we've got all greens in the background. We've got some green fabric lace, greenish butterfly, greenish background, and green leaves, and textured paper. This is, you know, Daphne's Diary textured paper, and the pink is textured. It's rough, and it's under here as well. Textured paper, and a person, we have Thumbelina, dots and dashes all around the outside, and some dots on the page and splashes. And square and rectangles, we've got rectangular Will's cigarette card. Much prefer it without the cigarette words on there. And a rectangle word for dream. And the bonus, I didn't do swap, I did all the pieces, so therefore I didn't need to swap anything out. So my bonus was some digital paper and some digital paper under here. And it doesn't say fabric, but we've just added that in. So, you know, you can add whatever else you want to add to your collage to finish the piece. And so there we go. That is my Shabby Chic 2022 collage challenge for February. I can hold it up now so you can see. Sometimes I zoom in, sometimes I hold it up. That's the whole page. Oh, it's just beautiful. Don't you just want to live like that? Dream. Just go and sit in a beautiful green field and smell the roses and dream and imagine in sleep or in a vision. The butterflies flying around, and if it's too hot you can go and sit in the gazebo. That's what Thumbelina's doing. She's sitting there smelling the roses and imagining visions in her dreams. When she gets tired she'll go have a nap in the gazebo. And isn't it weird how, you know, I absolutely did not think it would work on that blue page, but next to this dramatic page it just really contrasts nicely, brings out the rose, I feel, and this splash of colour over here that I didn't even know was there, and another little rose down here and some darker colour in there. The only thing I might do sort of greenish, that's cedar green, that's the first green I could see. I'm just going to do a little bit of shadow around my butterfly. He looks a bit like he's stuck on, so we're just going to go around the edge, sort of cement him to the page a bit. Tiny little bit of water just to give it a little bit of a green shadow or a border around it, and just lighten that up a bit. There we go, it's done. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for joining us in the challenge, either watching or collaging along with us. Thank you to the channels that have joined in the collage, and look forward to doing next month's. Leigh will be letting us know what the prompts are. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.